What's up guys, RGB Edits here, back on the tutorial. You haven't seen my first two. I did syncing, timer map, then on the next tutorial we went into basic effects with impact and transform, shake, with some brightness and some flickers. So you want to go back and check those out before we start on this one, go do that. If you're all caught up, let's get started. So in this one we're going over sound effects. In the first tutorial I already snipped audio from the gameplay to use as the gunshots, so I'll just play it for you. So that's all good and handy if you want to do it that way, depending on the edit and the vibe. Sometimes I prefer it that way, it feels a little more raw. If you don't like that and you like the other effects, you can find packs online. I have one of all different snipers. They're just the shots itself. You can put those in as well. But yeah, so let's get started. So we already have the gunshots in. Something you can do to add a little oomph to the gunshots, depending on the edit. If it's a hardcore edit, dubstep, whatever you're doing, is you can add some build up and some bass. So again, I'll play the shots. Another thing you can do is slow down the shots. When you see that the sniper is zooming out pretty slow, that's a good time to do it. When the sniper seems pretty quick. That one, it's nice to keep, when it's zooming out quick like that one, it's nice to keep it the same normal sound, but here it slows down. So for example, here right click, time, I like to do time stretch, and maybe do like a 150. Now listen. And you actually kind of get the bolt sound here, which is actually kind of nice, because I snipped the gun or the gameplay audio. But if you didn't get that and you're using the generic sounds downloaded, I'll just cut this out. You add in your own bolt sound. I have a pack with them. You can also go and download them elsewhere. So I'll grab this one here. This one has a bunch of effects already on it to sound good. So you're gonna do something like this and just listen. That's the wrong one. That only has reverb. This is the one I want. So you kind of have to play with it to make it fit. It doesn't close the bolt to here. So this is the opening sound here. This is the closing sound. So I'll find the closing sound. I'll split that. Put that over here for now. So we're gonna make time stretch, maybe 200. And then we're gonna slow it down. Not slow it down, quiet it down. Excuse me, -12 maybe. And we'll fade it out. About -20 should be good. Listen now. And then this is when he closes the bolt. So we'll grab the closing bolt. We'll kind of use the same thing. We know it's going to be -15-ish. And then here we'll do like a -25. So there's your bolt sound. Notice that it kind of sticks out a little bit. But in other edits, hardcore edits, it can be pretty cool effect. So I'll just leave that in there. That's just a good example. So I'm going to go back to the other shots here. So everything else is pretty good. So I showed you an example of slowing down a shot to make it sound better. Adding in the bolts. Now we're adding some impact. We'll start off with here because we have the vertical shake, the Y shake, to build up. So to do that, we have some sound effects here. These are all pretty hardcore sound effects. So none of them are really good for this song. but I have one here that's a little more chill. So that's what we're going to use here. So it's called Rise Up. So we're going to drag that into our comp, open it up, find where it builds up and has the impact sound. We're going to put it here, and then we're just going to watch and see how it looks. A little ridiculous for this song, but as far as the sound, the length and everything with the shake I already have in there, it lines up well and really does sell the effect. Just for the sake, because of this edit's pretty chill, I'm going to turn it down quite a bit, maybe -5. Maybe even a -8. Now some people like to take this and apply it to like every shot. For me, it really depends on the edit. Definitely not for this edit. Let's just play it. It can get repetitive. It can sometimes fit and sometimes not fit and look funny, sound funny. So I like to only do it on certain shots to make those shots stand out. If they have the effects that go along with it, just a build up or a really big flash or something. Or sometimes I might put something subtle like this on every shot, but use one of these big bases instead on the main shots to make them stick out. But again, it's all based off your song and the vibe of the video. This definitely does not call for booms and bass. So let's just watch it again. So something we can do for those cut transitions, cuts to a new clip, so like something like here, is we can add some bass, which I didn't grab any of these yet. So let me go into bass here. Something a little more chillax. This whoosh here. You can bring that in there and kind of sell the quick transition. So again, find the spot where it builds up and hits, and you just got to listen to it and edit from there. So looks pretty good. Maybe a -5. Alright, I like to mark that, so if I want to reuse it, for example, like here, I know exactly where to line it up. I don't have to open it up. That doesn't really fit there. I think it looks awkward. But what might actually work is Rise Up. But at like a -15 maybe. Honestly, I think it looks better without the sound effect. So there we go. That is how to do sound effects. There's your basic sound effects tutorial. You can always get more in depth, add more sound effects to the video, but this is going to be your basic to get started. After that, it's all about your creativity flowing. So good luck, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.